Okay, this is from Google. Love bombing is a form of emotional manipulation where someone showers a new partner with excessive affection, gifts, and attention early in a relationship to create intense dependency. It is often used to gain control, paving the way for future abuse once the victim is emotionally hooked. And I think this is a definition that most people would agree with. But I do want to say that abusers are rarely aware that they are abusive, right? They feel justified. Narcissists, and not all abusers are narcissists, but narcissists feel very justified in their actions, very set in their ways, and they don't listen to, criticism from others very often. So I very much disagree with this mentality that people are master manipulators, the evil genius, because it doesn't take intelligence to be abusive. It really doesn't. You are smarter than your abuser. They might make you feel stupid and feel helpless, but you're really not. And there's this whole idea of oh, they know exactly what to say to have me crawling back, and that's really that shouldn't be treated as the case. It just really shouldn't. Abusers should not be given that credit. And this is the same thing. Yeah. They're not, see, they're lowering your self-esteem, right? And this is why they can manipulate you. It's not a master plan. They're just making you feel like shit. And it's a cycle. So back to love bombing. I think, especially with love bombing, I don't think that people intentionally set out to love bomb someone. Both parties begin the relationship for a similar reason, right? It feels good to be in love. It feels good to have a person to be smitten over. It feels good to have someone, validate you, give you gifts, pay attention to you. And either party is going to benefit from this, going to feel better, because love is fun. Dating is fun, at least in the beginning, in this beginning stage. So, and especially if you're coming from a previously abusive relationship, or you were dumped, you ended the relationship, you're lonely, if there's someone in your past, in your life, that you wish would give you this kind of attention, this attention will feel even better from a stranger, from someone you barely know. So this type of relationship, it doesn't take a lot of effort, right? You don't have to put any work in to do a love at first sight. You don't have to really critically think whether your values align. You don't have to really win them over. They don't have to work to win you over, because it's just instant. It's instant gratification. You don't have to put any deep thought into the relationship. I know it doesn't feel like this when this is happening, but it's not. It's easy. And by the way, I am speaking in romantic terms, but love bombing can definitely be platonic. You definitely can be love bombed by a friend, but it's just easier to explain it in romantic relationship as an example, to use a romantic relationship. But okay, yeah. So if you have very strong feelings towards someone you just met, you barely know, you don't know a lot about, you are basing these feelings on your experience. You're not basing your feelings you're not basing these feelings on the experience you have with this person, right? Because you don't really know them. you're basing these feelings on what you've assumed about the person, right? On your past experiences and what your idea of this person is that you do not know. So, and as a relationship gets more and more real, as you get to start to know each other better, the abuser will start to resent you. They will start to resent that you are not this idealized version of yourself that they made up in their head, right? Because when they first meet you, they also have an idealized version of you and how they want you to act. But more and more with time, they'll start to resent you greater and greater because you are not that person. You are a person with your own opinions, with a person with agency. Abusers don't like that. Abusers want to control you. That's what they're set out to do. They don't want you to be your own person. They don't want you to hang out with people without them. They don't want you to, have your own life. And I guess not all abusers are controlling in that way, but that's kind of the stereotypical way of like being controlling, being jealous. And they're not aware. They feel justified. It's not like they don't feel like, oh yeah, I'm jealous, I'm repressing my feelings. Like, obviously they don't know that. So they feel justified in, knowing the passwords to your social media or reading your texts, or they feel justified in this. So they become more controlling, they become more emotionally distant, and they pull back more and more with time, right? Just have my notes. And I kind of already talked about this. And yeah, this negative behavior that abusers have, gets rewarded. That's why they do it. They're not cognitively like aware of what they're doing most of the time. It's something that gets rewarded because they are lowering your self-esteem, which causes you to like them more. Unfortunately, causes you to put up with it. And abuse, it's a gamble. It's addicting in the same way that gambling is, because they give you the prize of saying I love you, of giving you a gift, of doing a small positive act, and it feels like you won. Like it feels like you won the jackpot, basically. But it's like the prizes get smaller and smaller as the relationship goes on, and it shouldn't feel like winning a prize, because it's less than the bare minimum. I was gonna say it's the bare minimum. It's less. Like it's abuse, yeah. So I'm gonna talk about how to recognize the early stages of a relationship, of a love bombing relationship. So a relationship moving fast doesn't necessarily mean that you're being love bombed, especially once you reach a certain age and have experience dating and have more confidence in relationships. It becomes easier to recognize if a relationship is going to work. Like it makes more sense to move faster as you get older. So first, I have a list of things. Especially in this, usually, like, I feel like people that get love bombed are very sensitive people, very passionate people. Obviously, like, that's why you feel love so intensely, because you're a passionate person. So I want you to, listen to your gut, listen to yourself, be present, be conscious of how people around you are making you feel. These are some questions to ask yourself. Do I feel comfortable around this person? Do I feel like myself around this person? Do I feel safe? Do they seem entertained by stories about my past abuse or about my current or past mental strife? So mental illness, mental strife. Do they share the same values as me? Are they often making jokes that put me down? Do they respect my boundaries, or are they testing them? Are they putting me in uncomfortable situations? Do they view being sensitive as a weakness? And this is like important because a lot of men specifically, I know anyone can be an abuser, any gender, any orientation can be an abuser, but especially men, like they tend to, abusive men tend to, view being emotional as weakness, and anger isn't an emotion to them for whatever reason. So like spirituality too, like if they really disrespect spirituality, like it is a sign that they could be abusive, right? If they don't respect feelings, especially if you yourself are a sensitive person, if they don't respect that, then that's mean. That's just mean to not respect your feelings. And last but not least, do they speak poorly of their exes and of women in general? Another important one, and yeah, of course, anyone can be abusive, but this is especially like prevalent with like the manosphere and stuff. But I don't even think those people like love bomb you because they're like too. They don't like women basically. So, but yeah, just pay attention to their misogyny because this kind of goes hand in hand with like being disrespectful to emotions and spirituality and all of that. Right, like as women, we are often told to go against our gut. We're often told to like feel bad for certain people, but don't. A lot of people don't deserve empathy, and a lot of us who are very empathic end up having empathy for the very wrong people. So if they don't have respect for you from the beginning, they never will. Because this is the thing about abusers, is they choose you because they see you as vulnerable. And we all are vulnerable sometimes. We all, especially when we're younger. So it is nothing against you. It's not saying that you're weak or anything, but they will go after someone that they see as a victim. And this kind of goes back into like, do they seem entertained by stories about my past abuse? Because a lot of men it's kind of like the Manic Pixie Dream Girl, but like the mentally ill version. Like a lot of men are just very entertained by mentally ill women. Like they want to use them. They want to use them like to act out their emotions because they don't know, they're repressed. They don't know how to act out their emotions besides anger. Like they want someone to project that onto. And also like they will delude themselves into thinking that like they're empaths and they care so much and they're so emotional, which they are emotional, but it's not based in reality, right? Like if you have these extreme feelings again towards someone without really knowing them, it's not based in reality. It's based in projection. And a lot of these like more emotional men, like they think that they're good people. They think that they're empaths, but they do just use women to be entertained. I can't really say it in any other way. They're entertained, like they're just entertained by someone acting out emotions, and they will expect someone to emotionally take care of them because they don't know how to take care of themselves. They have a lot of emotions and they don't know how to deal with it. So they need someone to take care of them. But it's very unfair to the other person. So yeah. And this is kind of just obviously based on my experience, but I just wanted to make this video because I just feel like it's not conscious on anyone's part, like, to be part of an abusive relationship. It's not a choice that anyone makes. It's just something that is on behalf of the abuser. Like, it's rewarded, like their behavior has been rewarded, their negative behavior, and they don't know how to be in a healthy relationship. A lot of people don't on either side. A lot of people just have never experienced a healthy relationship, so they don't really know, they don't really get what the red flags are and how that feels, because it can be scary to be emotionally vulnerable with someone. It can be scary to fall in love, obviously. It can be scary to have commitment, and a lot of people are codependent, and this is very normalized. Like, the love at first sight thing is very normalized and seen as romantic, but also just codependency in romantic relationships and friendships is such a thing that is like just depicted all over media and seen as like what average friendships, what average relationships look like, which is not true. Most people don't have these like very, very intensely close friendships, especially like that is kind of made up. It kind of just makes us all feel lonely to watch these friendships like on TV. I don't know, at least me, because like it's not real. And so I just want everyone to be aware, be cognitively thinking about how people treat you, and be aware when relationships are changing, because I mean, love addiction is real. It's real. It's all part of this like love bombing thing. It's an addiction, and abuse is also it's a gamble. It's an addiction. So everyone take care of themselves.